Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today, back in One Step After Fall, going for the Free Bird achievement. This is to get the good ending. The good ending is going to require that you beat the game while picking up every single one of the letters. So starting off at the beginning of the game, make sure you look right here on the sign for letter number 1. Pick that up and then add it to your inventory. You are going to get an achievement after picking up your first one called First Step for 100 Gamer Score. Do keep in mind you do have to pick up the letters in order, as picking up one is going to cause the subsequent ones to spawn. So with that in mind, we're going to continue down the path, and then we're going to head to the cabin, which is going to be at the end of the first part of the path right here. Once we get to the cabin, you're going to need to interact with the door handle. The door is going to be locked, but interacting with the door handle is going to be the trigger that causes the key to spawn. So once you take care of that, your next letter is going to be on the window, so just make sure you grab that right here, and that's going to be letter number 2. That's going to cause letter number 3 to spawn, which is conveniently enough going to be where the key is going to be. So make sure you go over to the windmill, which is going to be atop the hill on the left. Go over to the back entrance, and then we're going to climb the little staircase, and then we're going to grab the key to the cabin, which is going to be on the barrel right here. So make sure you pick that up and add that to your inventory. And then while we are up here, we can also find letter number 3 on the door, which is going to be directly behind us right here. So make sure you pick that up and then add that to your inventory as well. So now that we have the key and the letter, we're going to head back to the cabin so we can unlock it. So make sure you just backtrack. So go down the hill over to the cabin door. You are going to need to use the key on the door. To do that, just open up your inventory, equip the key, and then make sure you use that on the door. That should automatically unlock it. And then once you have unlocked it, you should be able to open the door. Make sure you go on inside, and then make sure you grab the letter off of the table right here. This isn't going to be one of the numbered letters, but you do need to grab this. Once you have that, the next numbered letter is going to be atop the filing cabinet right here, so make sure you grab that. You are going to want to look at the top, so just make sure you just pull this off the top of the filing cabinet. Atop here is also going to be the key to the filing cabinet, appropriately enough, so thankfully you can use that to open up the topmost drawer, which is going to have a lock on it. So same as before, make sure you open up your inventory, make sure you equip the key, and then make sure you use that on the drawer. That should open it up. You are going to need to pick up the gun in order to get another story trigger, so make sure you pick up the gun and then put it down. So once you take care of that, we can move on and then leave the cabin. Now, we should have everything we need from here, and we have all of the possible story triggers in order to go to the next location, so make sure you leave the cabin. We're going to head up to the lighthouse, which is going to be close to the start. So, fastest way there is to actually cut through the forest. However, if you are afraid of getting lost, you just take the path back. Once you get back to the starting area, just make sure you hang a sharp left. But nonetheless, the lighthouse is going to be very hard to miss, as it's going to be the tallest building in the game. Once you see the lighthouse, we are going to head to the tippy top of it first. So make sure you take the small ladder on the side right here to get onto the mezzanine, and then you're going to take the big ladder up. Remember, you can hold the sprint button in order to climb up the ladder faster if you are impatient.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night.
Once you are at the topmost room, you're going to want to grab the letter behind the book on the table, and then you're also going to want to grab the key in the corner, which is going to be the key you use to open up the final thing in the game. So make sure you grab those two things, and then we're going to head back down. So just take the ladder down. Remember to click on the ladder and climb down, as if you just accidentally step out, you're going to fall off of the lighthouse and you're going to end up dying, which is going to restart the game, unfortunately. So make sure you do take care of yourself and then climb down the slow and steady way. Once you are on the mezzanine, you can finally drop down, so make sure you drop down towards the front of the lighthouse, and you're going to turn and then go into the room that is going to be at the bottom of the lighthouse right here. Once you are in here, make sure you go over to the diver's helmet on the right side, and there's going to be a letter inside here. Make sure you grab that. That's going to be letter number 5. Once you have that in your inventory, we're going to proceed forward to open up the door, and then we're going to head straight until we get back onto the path right here. We're going to head over to the pond next. So just make sure you get to the path, and then you're going to follow the fence along until it gets to this dip right here. Once you see the dip, just make sure you hit the water and then just cut across here, and then we're going to keep going in this direction. Once you see the cabin and the barn in the background, make sure you take a sharp left. You should notice a dock right here, and then on the dock is going to be your next letter on this stool right here. There's also going to be a book here that also has its own achievement, so pick that up if you don't have that one already, but nonetheless the letter is going to be right here as well, so make sure you pick that one up. After that, we're going to head over to the well next, which also has another book that has another achievement tied to it, so you can take care of that as well. But you're going to head down the path going to the right until you notice the well right here on the right of this path, and it's going to be right here in the forest. Go up to it. It's going to be lit up, so thankfully it's not really missable, but make sure you just look for the letter right here hung on its side. Make sure you pick that one up, and that's going to be letter number 6. Once you have that, we're going to turn all the way around and then hit up the barn next. So just make sure you turn around 180 degrees and then just shoot your way forward. And then once you are here, you're going to want to go up the ladder, which is going to be in the back left corner. Take that up to the second floor of the barn in the rafters. And then once you are up here, you are going to want to open up the chest. You are going to need to equip the key that we grabbed from the lighthouse. So make sure you do that from your inventory and then open up the chest right here. And then inside is going to be our last letter. Pick that one up. After having all of the letters, the escape portal should spawn, and then we're going to take that out after the cutscene. So to get there, we're going to take the ladder down, and then we're just going to head straight. You are going to go towards the direction you are facing coming off of the ladder, towards the well, and then past the well, and you're going to keep going until you hit the edge of the map where the portal is going to be. It's the giant gaping circle in the cliff face right here. Very hard to miss. It's going to be by the water tower in case you still can't see it, but nonetheless, once you get to the portal, you're going to step on through, and then once you've done so, you should be good for the good ending, which is going to take you to the credits, but more importantly, it's going to get you the achievement for unlocking said good ending. So that's going to cover the first of the 2 endings we need for achievements. 100 gamer score for this one. Make sure you tune back soon where we are going to cover the bad ending, but that's going to wrap it up for now, and that's all there is to it.